back in. Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
everybody. This is Dr. J and Professor Spags, coming live from Westchester, New York, and Long Island, New York, where the weather is
It's
beautiful.
nice. It is
You would
nice.
not know that it's a couple of days before, a week before Christmas.
It's
You would not
December.
know that.
No.
You would. It's more like a week before. I don't know. Give me a holiday that happens in April or May. A week
I was
before.
I was gonna give you I
A
was
week
gonna give you
before
Halloween time
Easter. No,
actually.
a week before Easter, not
Well, yeah,
Christmas.
okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say maybe a week before Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah. Mantis is
Mantis.
finally getting his payoff.
Mantis is with us. Mantis is a big Novavax fan. Congratulations on big move up on Novavax. Okay, $20 a dose. All right. Mark is happy about CTIC. Nice move up today.
Okay.
Remember last time we were on, we took a look at the chart and we said it was definitely going to 2.25, right?
Yeah.
Well, it got there. It got there already.
At
We'll
the
have
filled
to
gap.
we'll have to give it a new target.
Look at that. It filled the gap completely actually.
Yeah. We'll give it a new target today. Ah, Peter's with us.
Hey Pete,
Good to see Pete.
as always.
Pete, anything you want charted? Thing
Yeah,
that
since you have to leave in a little while, you might as well put your request in early.
yeah, put it in. We're gonna get started because I don't have very much time. We'll get back to those in the chat in a little while.
Hmm. Yeah, it's time to go straight into charting.
Yep.
We got how
I'm
many
very
people we got?
happy
We got
about
two
CRISPR
participants.
making a move. That was getting me very depressed, but today's move making me a little bit happy. How's the market doing? S&P is down 0.4%, and the Dow is down almost 1%, and the Nasdaq is up
Nasdaq's up,
0.4%.
believe it or not.
And the Russell, look at the Russell, up
Russell's up
1.33%.
1.3%
Wow. And that's why BioDrek is no longer BioDrek today.
today.
Yeah, because BioDrek makes up a large piece of the
What have
Russell
you done for
2000.
me lately? Is the
Yeah.
question.
Today, everything I own in BioDrek except for Pfizer is up.
Oh, that's right. Pfizer took a little. I don't know why they took a slight bit of a
Yeah, I don't know why either, but
tumble.
every one of my BioDrek names is up and up
Oh,
significantly.
you know what it is? The anticipated sales was slightly moderated because of all the alternatives. People are really putting their money into these pills and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So but I mean, it's just a blip. People are still going to need to be vaccinated.
You want
It's
to
like
try to figure out this? You want to try to figure out this global market? I'll just take a look at the S&P.
might as well because I mean, hard to figure anything out.
It's a whipsaw, right? It's a real.
Yeah, I'm still looking at the IWM because I'm sort of in my own head. I'm playing a game with Dr. Omar to see which way it's going to go, and it's like sometimes he's the winner, sometimes I'm the winner.
And this
I
can
think it's
make
going to go down. He thinks it's going to go up.
this can make you absolutely nuts.
Are you on a weekly or daily
I'm on the
basis?
daily. It can make you
Oh, look at that.
absolutely crazy. It's like one
Yeah.
day green, one day red, one day green. It's nutty.
It's like a seesaw, baby.
Yeah, it really is. I don't know. I don't know. I almost don't know what to make of it, but I like the fact that the 50 gave support today. Just touched the
Right.
50
It
and
bounced up.
came
It
around.
bounced off of that, which is
Yeah, I don't
nice.
know if it was news related. It's always news related, but I don't know what the news
Oh,
was. It turned the market on the dime this morning. But everything I had was in the red, and suddenly it's in the green. So I'm in the money. I'll sing today, and I'll cry
Yeah,
tomorrow.
right, exactly, exactly. After the next chart, we can get rid of Pete's face. I mean, not that
Oh,
he's.
we
It's not
don't
a
see
bad looking
we
face.
don't see
Certainly better
Pete.
looking face than mine.
We never
Got
see
that
Pete.
interesting scruffle over
We
here.
should leave it because we never sing.
I know, right? Exactly. Yeah,
Checkpoint.
yeah. Chris has been into checkpoint for the longest time.
Yeah. Marco is here
He,
from
he and
Switzerland.
uh, he and Jig have always been talking about that whenever they
Oh,
get a
look
chance.
at this. Marco up 5% today. Biotech is,
Oh, from XPI, nice.
it's definitely not
I wonder
direct
if my IBV.
today. Definitely not direct today. Every one of our favorites are
Yes,
up nice.
BCRX made a little bit of a move. I'm almost
They're
tempted to
all
trim.
up nicely. All of our favorites. I'm scratching my head looking at this chart of the S&P 500.
Mhm.
It's just, I feel better if it made a new all-time high already instead of putting in like a teaser double top the other day.
Right.
I'll draw that double top. Don't like these double tops, but that is what's known as a double top.
It certainly is.
So please take that double top out, make me feel a little better. I feel like literally like I've been in a car accident and I got whipsaw.
Yeah, right. Next certain.
Yeah. Should I take a look at the weekly?
See if that gives us any kind of. I mean, these big indexes, I only look at them weekly.
The weekly looks much better, but it's clear that we're facing strong
Well,
resistance.
it's topping, right? But you still got that sort
Well,
of pennant
topping
thing going.
is a word that scares me.
Well, isn't it because it's the opposite of bottoming, right?
Yes, I don't like topping.
Yeah, but if you look at this, you got a classic pennant going, and that and when the stuff hits the fan, that's going to go up,
We hope.
right? Because you got a pretty decent trend line going up right under it,
I don't want to see this taken out this low.
right?
44.95. I do not want that out. Right now we're in a tight range over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8 weeks we're in a pretty
Yeah,
tight range. But it sure doesn't feel that way as it goes up and down. The Dow goes up and down 400 or 500 points a day. The S&P goes up and down 50 points a day. So it's whipsaw. Doesn't look as bad on the weekly, the whipsaw action, but
no, it does. Well, it's still like I said, it looks like it's stabilizing up there,
yeah.
either for a move down or move up. But I'm thinking, I mean, if you believe in those pennant shapes, it's going to be going up.
Today, one of the generals is not feeling so good.
Which general is that?
Apple.
General Apple.
General Apple is taking a little breather. But it made a new high first on the weekly.
Right.
Let's see on the daily. We're actually up today. But is that that's so close to an engulfing candle, but it's not.
Right.
It just misses by a couple of pennies. Yesterday was almost a bearish engulfing, very close. Apple's chart is unbelievably good, of course. I guess it's allowed to have a little breather. If it on a breather, it might fill this gap if it continues to sell off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Only throw that in. I think Apple is one of the ones I wanted to chart anyway.
It was.
Yeah, I think this gap right in here could be filled. Right about 165. That's where I see it going if it continues to slide. I don't think I think this. You see this peak here
Yeah.
on 1122, 165.70. I think that should provide good support. So the gap fill is also corresponds to that key high. I like the feeling that I have a safety net up at around 165 on my Apple.
Hmm.
And just like the rest of the market, it's got to take out its high, its resistance, the all-time high of 182.13. That's what's got to fall. And just like the S&P, there's a double top here that was put in yesterday. So there's certain similarities between Apple and the S&P, considering it is the S&P,
Hmm.
not surprising.
Exactly.
Apple is, it's hard to believe. They have great products, right? They have the watch, they have the Mac, the notebooks, the iPads, the earplugs. They have a lot of great products, but iPhone is their meat and potatoes. So it comes right down to it. That's where they make
Right.
them break it. Selling that phone. Everything else is like, doesn't
Just
really
toys.
count at Apple. It's whether that phone sells or not. And
Well,
fortunately, there's no competition. Samsung tried but failed, in my mind.
right. You gotta do with the battery. I think
At
if
this
Samsung's
point, at
battery
this
lasts
point,
longer.
iPhone is to smartphones as to what Hellman's is to mayonnaise.
For the what is the in the West Coast Best Buy, or
I don't know.
it's the same brand. Hellman's owns them.
Yeah. Or Heinz is to ketchup, if you
Or
like.
what Heinz is to ketchup, right? What Kleenex is to nose tissues.
Yeah, any of those associations work.
Yeah, I mean Google made it sort of made an attempt at it, but it was pretty half-assed.
The Google phone?
Oh yeah, the Google. What did they what did they do for that? They bought out some company for that.
Yeah. So let's not just stare at the Apple
Yeah,
Pen.
we'll go to the rest of your list. We start off with CRISPR. Because we are the only one that's people have been asking for that we don't have on the list is if we're even going to do checkpoint.
Sure. CRISPR. Oh man,
Put it on the list.
this one also had me in the dumps when it made this low at $67. I wanted to jump out the window already,
Exactly, exactly.
and now it's flying. BioDirect.
It's lifting. It's levitating.
I would say it's got
Oh,
wings.
you like that? You probably like today's candle because it's
Oh
an
yeah,
engulfing green.
I love today's candle. It's my kind of engulfing candle, the bullish kind. I love it. I actually, the day that it put in the it's low at $67. That's a beautiful candle. It's a beautiful bullish candle that day. So that gave me
Hmm.
a little hope.
Right. It
It
was
closed at
showing. It was showing a couple
$71.
a couple days ago, showing that nibble sign.
Yeah, I
I just
love
stayed
this.
right ahead. I didn't double. I didn't back in any.
So I've been buying CRISPR on the way down, and as
That's
I said
true.
the last time, I hope to now be buying it on the way up.
That was your plan.
Yeah, and I'm true to my plan. I'm looking to bring my average still down because I'm not at break even yet on CRISPR.
Gotcha.
So I'll still be buying. I have a
Okay.
lot of it, but I'll buy more.
Well, it's a good industry to be in.
Yeah, I mean, I think the turnaround is in. I think a, a this is a first leg up, a second leg down. I think we're in the heart of a big move on a leg three up. I think we're in a little bit of a classic five move Elliott wave. a classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave bullish move at this point.
Okay. Wish I knew what that was.
As opposed to an ABC
As
correction
opposed to an ABC
where we
correction, right?
continue going down. So
Gotcha.
I'm looking for further move up, maybe to the 50, a little move down on a leg 4, and then a big move up, maybe to the 100.
Gotcha. So it's an ABCDE.
Yeah, I want to see a five move wave pattern form here. CRISPR. I mean, it's if you think of gene editing, what do you think of? You think of CRISPR.
I mean, look, nobody's died from the mRNA business, so I assume gene editing is going to have its place also.
Elon came out with just an Elon Muskism the other day that sent all the gene editing stocks up.
Oh yeah.
He said something like gene editing is the future of biotech.
I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
The question right now is whether or not we're being very clumsy with the tools we have.
Well,
Like
we haven't.
trying to hammer nails with a sledgehammer.
We have not perfected the cutting and the pasting.
Right. Exactly. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, I'm hopeful in terms of the future, and that this is going to be a way to get there. The question is, if we learn by trial and error, how bad will the errors be?
I have a feeling CRISPR will succeed in a big way, a very big way. I think they're going to effectively cure type 1 diabetes. That's going to be the first big cure.
Wow. Okay, that would be a biggie.
Yep.
That would be a real biggie.
Yep. And Beam is probably going to be the first to solve the sickle cell anemia problem.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, some of these anemias and even some of these other cancers, they already know where the mutation is, so if they can unmutate it.
They actually don't call it sickle cell anemia anymore. They call it sickle cell disease.
Right. Are you similar? Can we take a look at AEMD just to see if it's making a similar shape? Since we've been
AEMD?
AEMD. Pathesis. Athylamine. Yeah, only because we've been buying this one down also, and whether or not we see any hopeful signs here as well.
Well,
and the answer is maybe.
Today is the first day we see a little green.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a falling knife. It's not
the same story as CRISPR.
No, AEMD is the hemo purifier, remember?
Right. No, I know that. I was just saying that we've been buying that one down also.
Oh yeah,
for the last 2 months.
To that extent, it's similar.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, to that extent. But this one has not shown turnaround yet.
It's just giving our first green in a long time.
I think I have to get on the phone with them and see what's going on. See if they talk. See if somebody over there has loose lips.
All right. Well, I guess give it a day or two more. See if we got a turnaround going on that one.
Yeah, I don't like to bother these people too much, but
I mean, it's, the one that you're really friendly with isn't even there anymore.
No, he's probably gone. He's probably gone, Tim Rodell.
Oh well, they tossed him a couple months ago, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Then Chuck Fisher took over. And maybe I'll try talking to him.
Okay.
What else did we want? Checkpoint?
Did you want to do Capricorn first, or do you want to do Checkpoint?
Well, let's do Capricorn. I mean, they were in the news the other day about their COVID vaccine and their COVID odds drug. The COVID odds drug is finished. The trial is over. Phase 2 trial. We'll get data in the first quarter. And you know the story. If the data is good, I see no reason why they don't just give the EUA and let them do phase three. On real patients, so to speak.
Hmm.
After approval, let them do phase three after approval, or whatever accommodations they make. Because there's really nothing that works to, once that cytokine storm begins, it's tough sledding, very tough sledding. And their CDC cells, Capricorn, has an immunomodulating effect that they're very high on, and thinking that this will be the answer to stop the cytokine storm.
Uh-huh.
I hope they're right, because there's really nothing for the really sick patients other than the ventilator, and that's a disaster.
Well, for the longest time we've been, we've been looking at ARD stocks, and they haven't been producing anything. I mean, I didn't realize that ARDS was such a big problem. That
Nobody heard of odds until COVID.
big nut to crack, apparently.
I mean, certainly it existed. Anytime someone got a pneumonia, there was
No, no, obviously they wouldn't have had an acronym for it if was acute respiratory
distress syndrome.
distress, right?
But
So,
yeah, obviously it existed before odds, but it was, you know, not. It was a terrible disease that fortunately not many people got caught. And
gotcha.
it was only certain pneumonias that, for whatever reason, turned into odds. But now with COVID, it's a big problem. That's basically how people die.
Right, but we had what was it? We had Meso that apparently didn't do such a great job. We were big on that one. We
They
were big
didn't
on
use. They didn't
we were big on
use. They
was
didn't
CDM the
use.
other one that we were big on for this?
First of all, Vaso used a different type of cell. It was a stem cell, also allogenic, but different type. This is called the CDC. I don't know what it stands for. Cardio something or other cell. They
Uh-huh.
get it from cardiac tissue, I suppose. I mean, I don't know the science. I don't know the science of these things because I'm not a medical doctor. And
No,
I'm not,
I'm just hoping one of these hits is what I'm saying. That would be great.
yeah,
But
yeah,
but we've seen a lot of strikeouts in the last couple of years.
yeah, and
That's the only point I'm making.
of course, Athersys is hoping that their odds drug for multi-stem will get approved.
Right.
So
So we still have that. That's not a strikeout yet.
this one is clearly ahead of Athersys, and if they have good results, they're going to get approved, Capricorn, and that
Gotcha.
probably would hurt Athersys.
So if you're saying if this in the horse race, this is the one that's coming up from behind.
I think so. This one, well, we're going to know first quarter. You're not going to know anything first quarter about odds on
So
Athersys.
Fantasys, right?
So in terms of timing, I don't know if it's better or worse, but it's first.
Okay, it's next. Right.
Yeah. And
Good.
Capricorns, besides the odds drug, they're working on some kind of exosome mRNA technology for a vaccine. A better one than exists, whatever
All right,
that.
well, I hope I don't get too distracted with that, like some other
Yeah,
companies.
they're doing that, and then the biggie. The reason I was in it to begin with is I think they have orphan drug status for DMD for very sick kids, with this Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Those
Uh,
uh, those that can't hardly walk or they're wheelchair bound. Such a sad thing. I hope their drug actually works.
That would be
And
nice.
yeah, it would be really nice for those kids.
You want to do BCRX next?
Yeah, so the main reason to be in Capricorn, in my mind, is the decaying muscular dystrophy.
Right, the one that you've been interviewing.
Second reason is a gamble on the odds solution. Third reason is the SARS-2 vaccine.
Gotcha.
What are we looking at?
Next should be BCRX.
And I'll give you another reason. It woke up lately.
Well, yeah, I mean that's you're on the daily, right? So it's been
Yeah,
up today.
it
So
woke up.
I mean, you're right. It is wavering. It's doing a similar thing that your other one did.
If it takes out 357, I think it's the potential
Oh
big
yeah,
move up.
we'll have the old ceiling being the new floor again.
Yeah, so Capricorn looks good to me. What was next?
BCRX. We have people
B,
patting themselves
C, R.
patting themselves on the back.
Well, anytime this one moves up, we're all
Ah,
happy.
it's a nice little candle there. Look at that.
Beautiful candle.
I'll take it.
I'll take it too. A full $1.05.
I'm still waiting for it to fill that gap and be back where it should be.
9% up. We took out this side, but let's see if we took out this one. We're taking out highs, old highs today. This is very nice candle. Much needed for morale of BCRX shareholders. Well, we didn't take out this, but we took this one out.
Okay.
So we're fighting against resistance. But once we take that out, I think we fill the gap. We do an old gap or roof fill.
Yeah.
Maybe to about somewhere in here. 14.
That would be around 15. That would be nice to get back there.
Yeah,
I thought
14.
that, I bought a whole bunch. I bought a whole bunch up there, thinking that this stock was going to be there forever.
1460 area is my next target. If it breaks that double ruled line that I drew,
Right.
I think 1460 is very logical.
Okay. Well, that would be good.
And BCRX, we don't have to talk fundamentals, do we?
Yeah. No, we don't.
Everybody
We'll wait for Archie to get back.
Everybody who's ever watched this show knows the fundamentals of BCRX.
Right. And I keep asking over and over again.
Orladeyo, Factor D, Paramivir, Galidesivir, anything that ends in a vir. So they're a leader in antivirals, I think.
Well, Pete finally gave his request.
What's the request?
WY. It said it's a break from the BIOS. I've never heard of this one. WY.
I haven't.
Wire the paper maker, right?
Yeah. Nice move. It's been a very nice performer, stellar performer. You know, all I can say is, just buy it. You look at the chart and you say,
Blue chip, right?
Why not own this? Why not own it? It's up. The only reason why not own it is very close to the yearly high. But other than that, you might be looking for a bargain place to get in. If you're looking for that, you're looking for support is right around here.
Right.
If you want to wait for a pullback.
It already did its pullback.
Yeah, it did it. But if you want to, if you missed it and you want to wait again, it's the same number, 3880, whatever, 39.
So they're not just a paper company. Thanks, Pete.
Well, it's a great company. It's a great chart.
So yeah, it's a blue chip.
There's no reason not to own this one. What else did I have on my list?
You had CTIC.
That one it hit our target the other day. Remember, we said it's definitely going to 2.25, and it got
Yeah,
there.
we saw it right. It was sort of a rising knife.
Yeah, so we got there, and now that it got there, what's the new target? Is it just sell everything,
Good question.
or do we raise the
I'm
target?
still not even yet, but that doesn't mean anything.
Do we raise the target?
Yeah, let's see. Maybe the middle of that candle.
Well, this was 218. The low, the close was 2. Close was 2.25. That's where we got the 2.25 from. The close of this
Gotcha.
candle. Yeah. So it hit that and went above it. What did it
Right.
get
It
to
still got
today?
low in
It
that
got as
direction.
high as 231. I don't know. I mean, the 50-day probably keep going to the 50.
Okay, yeah, that's about what I'm saying. Because if you look at where the 9-day and that red candle intersect, that's around where the 50-day is now. If you draw that straight line,
Yeah.
so it's a couple more cents. About two. I think it's about 242.
Yeah, right about in here.
Yeah,
Right about
yeah,
in
it's
here.
exactly the spot.
Yeah. That looks logical. New target, 242. With support probably right around the 9-day.
I'd say
$2.
those two red candles are.
Let's put it at $2 even.
Okay, there you go.
Support at $2, resistance at 242. Looks, the whole story is February 28th.
Good work, Joe. I hope you're right.
Do we get another PDUFA type run that'll take us to 290?
I hope not.
You want it? You want it?
that, that P word scares the hell out of me these days.
Well, I think we're going to get a repetition of the 290 mark prior to PDUFA on the February 28th.
Okay, and this time I won't be dumb.
And this time, if it gets approved, it'll probably be pre-market $5 because it's
If
no
it right,
sure
if it's
thing.
approved,
Yeah,
and I mean, look, remember this wasn't bad news, right? It was just wait some more.
that's all. Which in and of itself these days is not good news, but it could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. It had something to do with the label. I don't remember exactly what the problem was.
All right.
Exactly, I don't know. Beautiful uptrend from $1.44 after the collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that was the time to load up. I didn't, but in retrospect, I wish I had. But I didn't sell
All
them.
right.
At least to my credit, I didn't sell them. I
All right.
actually
You didn't get
started.
scared.
I actually started buying right around on the way
Oh,
up, right around here.
you started buying back in again. Good.
Yeah, at about 190.
Good on you.
That's not as good as if I was smart enough to buy back in at 145. That's smart
Yeah,
I
and
wasn't.
it's saying it was a definite buy at 144 now.
Yeah, that's smart I
So
wasn't.
well,
I feel,
hindsight is 2020.
yes, but at least I didn't sell. At least that.
Needed
Uh,
more trial data for the label CTIC was requesting. Okay, that makes sense.
there was some issue with the label. I'm not
Yeah,
sure what it was. They wanted a label change, CTI. Is that it?
they wanted something in the label, and they said they needed more data to get that.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because who was saying that? Jake was saying that a number of months ago. That depending on that the label itself can make a big difference.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
All
Anything
right.
else? Did we go through the entire list that I had?
No, well, we went through your list. We don't. There's one left, Amazon, but we'll save that to the end. You have AABB, and then we have Checkpoint for Dan, and we have Walmart.
All right. This one has a nice candle today. I love when you have those big lower shadows, and then it turns green thumbtack. So I like the candle today. Even though we're flat on the day, I still like the candle. And the 28th is the key day, 28th of December. I do expect to run to about 29 cents at least, prior to December 28th.
Hmm.
And the question is, do you take your profits before the 28th, or you look for a big run on the 28th, the day it launches? But that's assuming it launches on the 28th.
Well, you remember the other one that we were in, NSave, didn't launch when they thought it was gonna.
I
So
know, right? And
languishing.
I would put the odds at about 2-1 against it launching on time.
Right. Yeah, right. Anybody betting on that might be making a bad bet.
Yeah, 2-1 against. But if it does launch on time, I think you're going to get 2-1 odds anyway. So I think that's fair odds. In other words,
Yeah, okay, there you go. So it's a fair bet.
I think it's a fair bet.
2-1 with 2-1 odds.
Yeah. In other words, I think you could see 59.
So we're saying people could get in now and they'd be pretty safe if they got in now.
If they got in now, and they launch on the 28th, you put in yourself 59 cents. And just get out, even if it runs to $1. So you must.
Look, tripling your money is not a bad thing.
Yeah, the thing with these penny stocks is you can't be too greedy.
I know.
You got to figure out what
Pigs get slaughtered.
You got to figure out what would make you happy, and just put your order in right away. And if you're wrong, it doesn't matter. You're getting out at pennies, so it doesn't really matter. You know, if it works,
it's if you don't go nuts, right?
If it works against you, you're getting out sub a dime. Probably.
Yeah, sub a dime, absolutely.
Yeah. I like to gamble. You know, I mean,
right. So this is probably a fun little thing for you, depending on how much.
It's a fun little thing, but
depends on how deep you're going. If you bet the farm on this,
I didn't bet the farm on it, but I bet more than I bet at the track. Put it that way.
Okay, there you go. Well, I've seen you at the track. You don't go crazy.
No, I don't.
Do you want to do AVXL, because a couple of people have been asking about it, and I think it's worth the discussion.
Which one?
Anivax.
They were bought out today.
What?
There's a buyout on Anivax.
No, AVXL. Are we talking about the same stock?
ADXS.
No, AVXL. I'm sorry. The Alzheimer's.
I'll just mention this one thing that we mentioned.
Yeah, really. What was this?
Buyout.
ADXF?
I believe there's a buyout. I don't know for how much.
Well,
it's not acting like.
If it wasn't at a great price.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I thought I heard there's a buyout. Maybe I heard wrong.
Right. So AVXL. There you go. Anivex.
This is like Sava.
Yeah, except that this one hasn't had news one way or the other, but it's still been fluctuating as if there had been. Jill says data release very soon.
Yeah.
That's what Missling said this month. That's what the. I mean, I don't know. I've been riding this one. I've been riding it like a Bronco buck. I haven't backed in. I haven't backed out.
You're right at support, the 200.
That's
200
true.
is clear-cut support here. But you're also, the bad news is you're also bumping up against the 50
right.
for resistance.
And that wasn't legal. That's just
so it's trading between the 50 and the 200. A break of either will give a big clue with what's going to happen. Hopefully, it'll be north.
Right.
I guess it's pending news, and it'll probably sit in this little tight range until then. What about if we're doing this? Why don't we do Sava?
Might as well. Well, I mean, Sava's been another whipsaw.
Sava looks like it's putting in a nice candle today.
Oh, look at
Beautiful
that.
candle. Let's see if it can.
Maybe it's time. Well, I mean, look, the general good feelings people are having about biotech may not last. So we
Can
might be getting.
Sava close above 46.63 today? Then we'll form an engulfing.
That's a good point.
I would like it to close
We think
above
it's a
40.
$90 stock.
I want it to close above 46.63. Showed maybe a little life that it's going to break out. Right now, it's hovering around support. Not doing squat, in other words. It's doing squat, or it's not doing squat, however you want to put it. Hovering about support. And the 9-day is acting as resistance.
Right.
On Sava. This one has the most potential of all the Alzheimer's drugs, in my mind. As we said the last time, not only does it stop progression, but it's been shown to reverse progression.
Mm-hmm.
Very meaningful.
Oh, this is your favorite of that bunch, right?
Yeah, definitely. I like it the best. I don't own that much of it anymore, but I do like it the best. Probably should get back and add a little bit. But what's stopping
Dan
me?
is
What's stopping me
repeating
is
from
the
the Polish.
SEC. The SEC and the NIH is stopping me from adding.
Right. Well, as I was saying, Dan says the Sava has questions on the integrity of their data. Investigators cherry picking patients. But again, this was some of that. This was some of that hit job that it's been having. You know, whenever it gets lofty.
Yeah. Uh, cherry picking is always an accusation of in almost any
Yeah, no, I know.
statistical
I'm not going to take that seriously.
almost any statistical analysis we had. Those who are the doubters say cherry picking, cherry picking.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first thing. It's sort of like whenever you want to fight any statistical study, bad sample, buy
Yeah,
sample.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Pete's bearish. Well, not bearish. He's scared of Sava because he's already made his money, and he's happy he's still in Athesis.
I made a lot of money on Sava, but it doesn't mean I don't want to make any more.
Right. I think I feel the same way.
Yeah,
I mean, my last set of shares are actually down, and
yeah.
I'd like to be in the green all the way across with that one. That's an emotional thing.
Look at
So we're
look
almost
at
at
what
the
Pete,
45-minute mark. I know you
look,
had things to do.
let's
Do you
wrap
want to
it
just
up. Let's wrap it up with Pete's feelings about Athesis. You can read this one.
okay, fair enough.
You want to read it?
Can everybody else read?
You don't want to read it. All right, let
I
everybody.
read it already. I mean, everyone else can read it right now.
I meant read aloud.
Oh, read it. Okay, okay. You know, ever since I had to start reading to my kids stories, my oral reading has been better. I'm feeling like Athesis is going to be bought out. Many signs point that way. No PR, no CEO forever because BJ doesn't count. It's like a deal has been made and a price agreed upon. And I don't know. Do I agree or disagree? I have no idea. I'm not as deep into this as Pete is.
Well, the thing
He
about
actually,
buyout,
his name has ATHX at the end of it.
the thing about buyout, if there's a buyout, it'll probably come from Helios, your partner,
Oh, the partner, right?
because they already own what, 20% of the company or something. So
Well, I mean, it's nice to hope. Be a nice Christmas present.
no, you don't want a pre-made deal because let's say
Hey, look, if he gets back anything close to the 3 I bought it at, I'd be happy.
no, come on. If the data in Japan is good, it's worth $5.
I know you think it's gonna be right. You think this could be a $10 stock if everything goes the way you hope it will.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that's what we're waiting for.
Yeah.
So if that happens, then we'll be in good shape. Oh yeah, VBIF. That we don't have Arjun around to crow a little bit on that one. AUPH is going up. That's nice.
All the BioDrec is
No.
no longer BioDrec.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, like I said, is this just a daily love affair?
Yeah, I think basically, Jill, we just have to wait on the data.
Pete's actually thinking 100 on that.
But on AVXL, you just have to wait on the data because you don't know. How can you comment on that you don't know?
They have not done the same kind of PR as Anovis and Sava has done. They had a blip about a week or two ago that things were looking good when they were announcing at one of their conferences.
No, but when we looked at the chart, the data will take it either above the 50 or below the 200, and that's it. One way or the other, it'll make I think a market move.
It'll either go up or go down or stay the same.
I don't think staying the same is an option.
Okay, it'll either go up or go down.
XBI is up 5% on the day, Joe, and all the BioDrecs are flying. Do I think it'll continue? I don't know, but I sure hope so. Shall I quick look at the chart or next time?
Which one?
XBI.
Yeah, because we did we might as well.
Very big engulfing candle, my kind of candle, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I would look to buy it right in here on a pullback and look for a continuation off of this engulfing candle. I think we're going to get more upside. So I do have an opinion on this one. I think not to chase it, but look for a pullback on Monday to about the 114.50 area. Maybe 2 points lower than where we are, and then I would expect a move to the 50-day moving average of 121. So 114 to 121. That's what I'm looking for. A 7-point move. What do you think of that? 7-point move off of 114. That's not bad. It's about 7%.
No, it's not at all.
It's almost 7% maybe.
I mean, you could see that it's coming off that pretty flat bottom. I mean, it was double bottom.
We have a double bottom.
I mean, I'm looking at the IBB. It's not as clean as this one, but
a nice double bottom at 106. Nice, beautiful engulfing candle at the right place. It's got a lot of reasons to continue its upward movement. Plus, biotech has been BioDrec for so long,
Yeah, it is due for a comeback.
Yeah, more than a one-day comeback.
I hope you're right. Well, I'd say that since we hit the 49-minute mark, nice to have our goodbyes and
say time to say goodbye. Happy trails to you. Until we meet
Until we
again.
meet again. All right, Dr. J, you have a good one.
You too, and I'll see you on Tuesday. As always, helping individuals do not constitute investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button, hit the share button, hit the like button, hit a lot of buttons.
Right, hit all the buttons except for the
Press,
down.
press
Except for
all
the
the
thumb
buttons. All right, today is a better day than yesterday. Monday will
down.
be a better day than today. Bye, everyone.